Good to see you. Welcome to the 1028 Project. Now, I feel like technology does not define who we are, we decide who we become. So, have you ever thought about technology like pushing you in a certain direction and deciding your life for you? You know, there's a lot of people nowadays that think that the technology is pushing us in a direction where we don't have a choice or an opportunity or a way to choose what we're going to do. But I feel like technology does give us a choice. You know, I came across a post from a friend on Facebook the other day, and she was saying, stop using AI. It's terrible. Don't these cute prompts, these pictures, this not like. And I get it. I get it. There is major fear and there's going to be major disruption. I think they were financially impacted by that process. And you know what? It's going to happen. And I'm sorry, but we need to be able to use AI as a tool and not as not don't use it, it's bad kind of a thing. You know what I mean? Like, do am I afraid of losing my job to AI? Of course I am. Because as a teacher, like AI can teach much better than I can. I think. Like if you were to do an AI avatar and put an AI avatar together and like the technology exists to where a student can come in, they can start working on whatever project they're doing. The AI can guide them through, learn how they learn, and then direct that student into so like as a teacher, what the only thing that I have going for me is my wit and my presence in the room and being able to physically touch a child and to give them a high five. I think that's the only thing that I have right now that could be more advantageous than an AI tutor. And I think it's just a matter of time before, I'm going to be replaced as a teacher teaching students. The only thing that is my saving grace is I know that I can make a physical presence, that I can be there in front of them, and that they know that I'm real. But I think with kids growing up in the digital age, like they're used to looking at a screen, they're used to scrolling, they're used to, hitting the buttons. So, it's just a matter of time. So, in my opinion, we have to be able to adapt and be able to be knowledgeable and how to use these tools. And right now it's moving so fast. Like if I were you, I follow several AI news channels and information about AI so that I can be up to date and aware of what's going on. Excuse me, let me fix that there. That's a little better. It's still crooked. Da, da, da. I should be fiddling with the camera in the middle of my live. I'm sorry. Let's. I'm gonna move you a little closer. There we go. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, sorry. Welcome to the live stream where anything can happen. So where was I? So we have to be able to adapt and be able to utilize AI. So what I do is I follow a whole bunch of these AI um, news sources on TikTok, on Twitter, and so all of these things. So like I'm informed of what AI is doing and what the capabilities are and where it's going. And it's getting better and better. It's slowed down. I feel like in the last few months it's slowed down a little bit, but I think it's been a strategic slowdown by some of the companies. I think they've got some big things in the works for us coming up. So, it's going to be exciting and it's surprising. I think you'll be really surprised. I think as I look at how I've used AI so far, I've used AI to do some amazing, wonderful things. And it's been really fun for me to work on projects and things that I've dreamed about doing all the time. The issue that I have personally is that I don't deliver. Do you know what I mean? It's like I'm an idea guy, and so I can constantly come up with new ideas and new plans and new. So my own issue is that I don't follow through and I don't get stuff done. But that's a me thing. It's not an AI thing. So what I need to do is I need to be able to use AI in a more efficient way to become the person that I want to be. So anyway, interesting concept. So what my question for you is what is how is AI affecting your life? What are you doing with AI? And how could we use AI as a tool rather than something to be afraid of or, you know, I know a lot of people who are just so how to negative on AI. And I think part of it is they feel like that it's using a lot of water. But yes, it's using water, but aren't they recycling that water? Like they're using the water for cooling, but it's not going down the toilet, right? It's they're flushing it back into the system. So I mean, anyway, so the water thing doesn't really hold water for me. And then power and energy. Yes, it's using power and energy, but if we use AI, it can solve a lot of those problems. Have you guys seen the movie Transcendence, the Transcendent Man, or anyway, Johnny Depp film? It's kind of creepy, I agree, but at the same time, it's kind of cool. I think that's a movie I need to go back and rewatch because I think a lot of those things are coming into factor to where, you know, I mean, even right now, like I talk to you, and after I after I make these videos, I upload the transcripts to ChatGPT, and I have them analyze the transcripts and write down the transcripts because I'm trying to find my voice as what I want to do and what I want to be going forward. So the best way for me to understand who I am is to analyze everything that I say within these conversations that we're having so that I can understand what my brain thinks and how I think and what I think about. And so that I can take that information using AI and create something that fits me as a person. So, I do get excited about AI and what it does for me. And I see the potential in a lot of areas that it could really help. But I see the downside, you know. Um, it's definitely, I was scrolling through like there was and I want to do a little more research on this and follow up on it, but there was a guy talking about short form video and how I think he was either at CIA, he was anyway, but I think one of the things, and I'll have to go back and find it. Anyway, if you know, put it in the comments. But he was saying that how this short form video will is being used as a brainwashing tool. And I could see how that is kind of like, yeah, it kind of is. And we need to be aware that how we use AI and how it and media in general, because all media now is tied to AI. I don't care all the top content creators, everyone who's working hard, it's all analytics. And they're pushing towards the analytics. And so they're doing stuff that hits those analytics and comes into play. And so that we need to be we need to be savvy of that ability, because if we're not aware of what's going on, it's gonna use us. Like we're the product, not 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 what we want to present. We become the product. You know, when people say if something's free, who someone's paying for it, right? And so if something's free, you are the product. And so when you go on social media, when you're posting stuff, be aware that you are the product. You're the one who's paying for all of this technology. So be aware. So we're coming up. I got to wrap this up. So we're coming up on 1028. Like I said, I love you guys. You're my joy nuggets. So take care of yourself. Bye bye.